Wrestling Show presents the AEW Dynamite Ring Report coming up. We talk about all these cards and matches coming up. On the bottom of your screen, Don Callis reveals who is the Takesha's next target opponent. We're going to find out what Don Callis and Takesha have in store for their next opponent. Also, too, Chris Jericho and his protege, Sammy Guevara, have their meeting of the mind for their epic encounter at Grand Slam. What will Jericho do? What will Jericho say? Because Jericho had a lot to say. Because Jericho didn't hold back one bit. We'll talk about it coming up here on the Pro Wrestling Show. Also, too, a fatal four-way full of number one contenders for the Women's Championship. As you see right here, Dr. Britt Baker taking on Hiroshita, taking on Nia Rose and Toni Storm. Three former AEW Women's Champions and Nyla Rose, who's going to get a shot at Paige / Saraya at the Grand Slam. We're going to find out coming up, and I'll tell you details about that. Also, too, Heyman Adam Page and Brian Cage, they had their match tonight in a part 3. Cage and Page going to have their part 3 coming up. Who's going to emerge victorious? Can Heyman Page overcome Brian Cage? Brian Cage been unstoppable after being brought out by Swerve Strickland, and Prince Nana will be in Brian Cage's corner. We'll see that. Plus, too, Big Bill taking on John Moxley for the AEW International Championship. Ricky Starks will be flanked with Big Bill, and Big Bill get an opportunity on lifetime becoming the AEW International Champion. So we'll talk about that coming up. In our main event, who's going to Grand Slam to meet MJF for the coveted AEW World Heavyweight Championship? A lot to get to. Our Pro Wrestling Show starts right now.
Uno, dos, tres.
Hello, everyone. Here on Connect, and don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe is scary. Tell a friend, call a friend, hit that subscribe button here on the Pro Wrestling Show. Thank you for watching the Pro Wrestling Show here on Connect TV and our additional channels as well. So we got a lot to get to tonight. So if we can we're on podcast. We're on link right here. This is what we're talking about right here, the Pro Wrestling Show. AEW Dynamite Ring Report. Join in that conversation. So let's not waste no time whatsoever, and let's get to the rink-a-dink of everything tonight. We're gonna kick things off with this. You can find it. John Moxley. John Moxley.
Uno, dos, tres.
All right. John Moxley was in action. John Moxley took on Big Bill in a epic match. John Moxley won the International Championship for Orange Cassidy. But we got a lot of problems. Moxley tried to take the Big Bill. Big Bill was itching to come win the International Championship, but didn't do so tonight after Claudio came in. Even Bryan Danielson and Ricky Starks have a feud going on. Bryan Danielson tried to stop Ricky Starks from screwing Moxley. Moxley had the win. You see, right? Big Bill tried to power out of it. Moxley found a way, and Moxley retains his AEW International Championship over Big Bill. This is far from over. I can tell you that right now. Even Cesaro got in the mix of it. So we just have to wait and see how this is going to play out and stuff. Eventually, sooner rather than later, and stuff. How this is going to be going forward. Stuff. Also, too, Another match that everyone's been raving about and buzzing about as of late. We've been talking about this. We know that Don Callis, the mastermind that want to get rid of Kenny Omega, but Don Callis has something up his sleeve tonight, and Don Callis saying that Kesha is his client. They want to attack Kota Ibushi. They might do so. We might see this match at, uh, at Wrestle Dream coming up in nearly 2 weeks from now in Seattle. Wrestle Dream comes your way that Sunday. I think Don Callis wants to prove a point that wants to he wants Takesha to be the next Kenny Omega, saying that he has surpassed Kenny Omega in doing so by trying to find ways, find targets. You see right here, Takesha. I guess he's going to be up there. They're signing this, putting their sights set on Kota Ibushi. I don't know if Kenny Omega is going to be involved in that or what, but you never know. The talent might be so compromised and stuff. But we know that even this Blackpool Combat Club, you know they had something going down earlier. They might be had issued a challenge. Uh, they issued a challenge. I think this week on Collision, I think we're gonna get a tag team match, a huge tag team match. Moxley and Danielson taking on the team of Ricky Starks and Big Bill. So we'll get to see that match. Plus, to the World Tag Team titles on the line. FTR defends against the Iron Savages. Iron Savages getting an open challenge shot for the World Tag Team titles. So we'll get to see that this Saturday on Collision. Look for that on the Collision Ring Report this upcoming Saturday here on Connect TV and our additional platforms as well. Speaking of that, is we seeing a match? We could be seeing a possibility that we could see this match right here, Orange Cassidy and Hook. Hook won his championship back from Jack Perry, who's under suspension. Well, Orange Cassidy might be trying to put the challenge out since losing the international championship. Thought Orange Cassidy was going to go for the world title or the TNT title. I don't think that's going to be the case. I think they're going to put him stuck with the FTW title. But Hook's been taking on all comers, and this might be a big challenge for Hook to go against Dots style of Orange Cassidy. So we'll get to see that if the cards are chip coming that way. So we'll have to wait and see. Well, we know this. A fatal four-way to determine who's next in line at AEW Grand Slam to meet Paige/Saraya for the women's championship. Dr. Britt Baker, former champion. Hiroshita, former champion. Tony Storm, former champion. Nia Rose, no former champion, but she competed in the first championship match for the inaugural title, but didn't win. Well, who's going to advance to be meeting Saraya for the women's championship? Well, we know Tony Storm has a mild amnesia, and Tony Storm mild amnesia might be working for, as we saw right here. Dr. Britt Baker had did a stump on Hiroshita and Britt Baker. I think pulling out the action, pulling out the Fast and the Furious. But we can tell you this: Tony Storm won the match. She gets the opportunity of a lifetime. Tony Storm with his new Mary Poppins type gimmick. Tony Storm showing the world that, hey, I guess you can get over by getting over. And Tony Storm is doing so with her Mary Poppins gimmick. And I think it's just working. I think she did something with Renee, like shoulders, lift yourself up, shoulders in, and watch for the shoe. And she hit her with a shoe. I think she was just, I don't know, there's a form of amnesia or not, but only time will tell on that form of amnesia going forward and stuff. Well, we had a confrontation between Chris Jericho and Sammy Guevara, his protege. Jericho told Sammy that Sammy ain't ready to take him on for a match like this, this magnitude. This Jericho said this is the biggest match of his career, and this damn show should be the biggest match in Sammy's career. Jericho led that message. Sammy saying that he has to prove himself that he can beat Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho didn't think Sammy could beat him, and the tense rivalry continues. I think they want to get this out their system so they can focus on winning the tag team titles and how that's going to go. I don't see neither man turn on each other because I think Jericho would have done so a long time ago. I think Jericho sees potential in Sammy. Sammy sees his potential. And I think Jericho was saying you got to break free from me or just set your wings up fly. And I think that's what Jericho's trying to instill in Sammy and Daniel Garcia. But Jericho might be right. Jericho knows a thing or two. Jericho's been a big star for a long time, and Jericho knows the wood around of the parks. So I'm not surprised with Jericho giving Sammy Guevara advice on what he should do. So hey, you know how that go. But we'll see that match next week on Grand Slam, Jericho versus Sammy next week. Speaking of another match, MJF did a pre-tape interview with Adam Cole, anxiously awaiting who his next challenger is going to be. We know MJF have no love lost for Samoa Joe after him and Joe had that miscommunication going on sometime last week and stuff. MJF trying to figure out what's wrong after he got attacked by Samoa Joe. MJF feeling the effects. Could we be seeing Samoa Joe as the next AEW champion? That's the possibility. That's the realness right there that we could see. MJF did a pre-interview that saying that he's ready for Joe. He's gonna take no comers whatsoever and be ready to go. So we have to wait and see on that. Well, we know this. We know that Heyman Adam Page looking forward to his match against Brian Cage. This is the third installment of this match. This is the rubber match between Cage and Page. We know that Cage and Page have fought each other for championships, fought for the AEW title. Cage getting an opportunity. Even what's his name came out there, Prince Nana. Swerve Strickland came out there to observe and watch. We know that Swerve Strickland had key interest in this match. Cage flexing his muscles and Heyman doing the Heyman arrow to after what had happened last week when when Page got called out by Swerve Strickland about his spot. Heyman Page did not like that one bit. So Heyman Page, you know, on what's going on. But we know that Heyman won his match over Brian Cage. But Heyman got a surprise from Swerve, said he wants to meet him. Swerve wants to meet Heyman at Wrestle Dream. And Swerve saying that they're gonna meet at Wrestle Dream, the place he was born, and they're gonna do so at Wrestle Dream in nearly 2 weeks. Heyman Page versus Swerve Strickland. A match in the end. We never will see, but we will see. So we'll see that match at Wrestle Dream coming up. But at the expense of Prince Nana gets attacked. And look, right, Prince Nana was dancing, and the Young Bucks stood right in his way and super kicked his ass down to his misery. Let's look at this one more time. Prince Nana dancing like he's Michael Jackson or something. Prince Nana, even the Bucks was into the fun of things, but like we said, we saw what it was going to be and go forward and stuff. Well, there was another match that went down tonight. That match was Darby Allin with Nick Wayne. Darby Allin continuing his winning ways. Even he beat Jericho's former cronies to get the 1, 2, 3. Darby Allin trying to get himself ready. I don't know if he's going for the TNT title with Christian or not, but guess we will see what happened. I know Christian came out there. I don't know if Christian issued a challenge to Nick Wayne or what, but we was getting reports on that. But
like we said, we getting something like that. But hey, who knows? But what the possibilities may end do. But I can see Nick Wayne going against Luchasaurus and winning the title at Wrestle Dream. Who knows? Well, we have an upcoming Rampage. I guess they're trying to build up Rampage and not be a dead C brand show. Chris Stanlander will defend her TBS championship against Jade Cargill. Jade looking to get her championship back after returning last week on Collision. We'll get to see that match coming up this Friday on TNT. Plus two more matches as well. This is the matches that are going to be featured on Rampage. I guess they're trying to get Rampage equal time building. Christopher Daniels and Matt Sydal taking on the Kingdom. We can see that match. We'll hear from the Acclaim, the World Six-Man Tag Team Champions, on what's next for them. The Lucha Brothers and the Hardy Boys, two legendary tandem, takes on the Butcher and the Blade and Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal. So we're going to see that match all through its entirety this Friday on Rampage. And we may do a little results on the SmackDown Ring Report. We may do. So don't hold me kissed it. All right. We're getting ready and getting set for the main event. This was the main event of the evening. Samoa Joe, the Ring on Television World Champion, taking on Roderick Strong in a AEW in the finals of the AEW Grand Slam tournament. Eliminator. Who amongst these men will move on to meet MJF for the championship? And MJF was wailing and racistly, but we didn't have to look no further. Samoa Joe wins the AEW Grand Slam tournament, and now he gets a shot at the opportunity to take one thing that's so precious to MJF is that AEW World Title. He get to do so this week, next week. So we'll get to see how that's gonna be coming up as well. So we'll get to see that. But Samoa Joe won his match in decisive fashion. Roger Strong had to be carried out the ring. I think Roger Strong kind of didn't see that coming, but hey, it is what it is. But we get to see that Roger Strong even got carried out and stuff. Well, we saw this Samoa Joe attacking Adam Cole, leaving him out and taking him down, and Adam Cole really been a sacrificial lamb. But we'll just have to wait and see how that's gonna go for Adam Cole. Samoa Joe getting his opportunity of a lifetime to challenge MJF for the coveted AEW World Title. It'll come this next Wednesday on Dynamite for Dynamite Grand Slam. All right, here's some of the matches in the card for AEW next week. We ain't gonna be like Excalibur. Next week, Samoa Joe challenges MJF for the AEW title. Plus Cardio versus Eddie Kingston for both their titles, and tie versus title. Eddie Kingston get the respect he needs over Claudio. Time will tell. Soraya takes on her teammate and who got mild amnesia. Tony Storm. Tony Storm been popular ever since doing this gimmick, but this gimmick is working for her. This Mary Poppins gimmick. Plus two. Student versus teacher. Sammy Guevara versus Chris Jericho 1-on-1. Can they get this fight? Can they fight each other to get this out their system? We'll just have to wait and see on that. And John Moxley versus Ray Phoenix 1-on-1 for the International Championship. We'll get to see that as well. So there's a lot of matches that are being announced as we go. Even this match, um, Daniel Bryan taking on Zack Sabre Jr. 1-on-1 in a good classic technical match. We'll get to see that match as well heading forward for us. So we'll get to see. All right. That's going to do it right here on the Pro Wrestling Show. We're going to end it with Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe showcasing his abilities that he's the number one contender for the AEW title. Is MJF in deep trouble? Only time will tell.